Rick and his team discovered a terrifying secret beneath Oak Island. A swamp that had been a secret for centuries. They found a deadly trap set long ago, designed to stop treasure hunters. As they dug deeper, they discovered an oddly shaped metal artifact, corroded yet intact, which was not junk, but had weight, purpose, and design. The swamp, always a suspicious place, was giving up its own secrets. Strange objects had surfaced over the years, but a massive wooden structure buried deep in the swamp looked eerily similar to an ancient dam or wall. This suggested that someone had once built a system to manipulate water levels to hide something monumental. Dr. Ian Spooner, the team's geoscientist, was brought in to analyze the wood, which connected to a stone road nearby, and was estimated to be around 500 years old. This would prove that the site had been a hub of activity long before modern records suggested. A circle of stones near the money pit, intentionally arranged, sparked theories about a marker, a warning, or something left behind by a group that knew the island's true purpose. As the team dug deeper, fragments of wood and relics older than Oak Island itself were found, indicating that someone had been there long before any recorded settlement. Theories about the Knights Templar resurfaced, suggesting that they had hidden something here centuries ago and had gone to great lengths to keep it secret. Each new clue twisted the story even further, making it seem like they were unlocking something they weren't supposed to find. More artifacts surfaced, including a centuries-old weapon hinting at violence. The truth was getting closer, but the closer they got, the more it felt like they were disturbing something best left untouched. Rick, his brother Marty, and their team of explorers were entangled in a mystery that had been unsolved for generations. They were witnessing something far greater than they had ever imagined, and whatever lay beneath Oak Island was not just valuable, but dangerous. The stormy weather and rough terrain only added to the unease. Rick and Marty had always been fascinated with lost treasures and ancient stories, but as they dug deeper, new finds raised even more doubts. The island was hiding something much bigger than they had imagined. In 2006, Rick and Marty bought half of Oak Island Tours Inc. and took their first real step toward uncovering the island's secrets. The latest excavation led them to the garden shaft, a deep, narrow passage that had been causing a stir. As they dug deeper, the weirder things got. A wooden passageway from the 17th century had missing sections of walls and ceilings, something unlike anything they had seen before. The real shocker came when water started rushing in through boreholes, flooding the shaft. This meant that the flood tunnels had been triggered, traps that had stopped treasure hunters for over 200 years. Rick and his team weren't giving up easily. They pumped out the water and pressed on. The deeper they went, the more unsettling the discoveries became. Huge wooden beams, their shapes unlike anything the team had seen before, appeared to be part of something much bigger. Then there was the metal. Early tests had hinted at traces of gold and silver beneath the surface, but now they had more than just hints. Water samples confirmed it. Something was down there. Something worth hiding. Gary Drayton, the team's metal detecting expert, was called in. Within moments of sweeping his detector over the dig site, it started beeping like crazy. What he pulled out of the dirt wasn't just an old scrap of metal. It was something different. Something ancient. Something that changed everything. Oak Island, a mysterious place, has been a subject of fascination for years. As the crew dug deeper into the swamp, they discovered new clues that deepened the mystery. Strange markings on wooden beams suggested a form of writing, possibly an unknown language, or a secret code left by those who built the tunnels centuries ago. Experts were called in to analyze the carvings, but answers were slow to come. As the crew continued their search, they encountered a ship's railing dating back centuries, which they believed was part of a larger story. Dr. Doug Simons believed that the wooden pieces could be part of a shipwreck or barricade. They called in Dr. Ian Spooner to analyze the wood and determine its age, as it could be part of a bigger plan. On the northern side, Marty Lagina and Dr. Spooner found a large stone that had puzzled researchers for years, possibly linked to the Knights Templar, an ancient order rumored to have hidden treasures. Billy, another team member, discovered a massive boulder sitting atop what appeared to be a man-made structure. When they moved it, a piece of wood wedged beneath suggested that someone had placed the boulder on purpose, possibly to control water flow in the swamp. The next day, they returned and found layers of tree stumps and wood in a part of the swamp where trees shouldn't have grown. This suggested that someone had altered the land for a specific purpose. The deeper they went, the more the pieces aligned. Was this tied to the Knights Templar? Were these hidden paths used to transport something valuable? The possibilities were endless, and they agreed not to disturb anything further until Dr. Spooner could analyze the findings. Whatever they had uncovered was more than just legend. It was evidence. In conclusion, Oak Island is a mysterious place that holds deep history and secrets. The crew's efforts to uncover the truth will continue to shape the world's understanding of this legendary site. Rick Lagina and his team discovered a unique artifact in the Oak Island Money Pit, a swamp that has been a source of endless speculation and frustration. They found a carved piece of wood, possibly part of a secret chamber, and a strange crystal made from an old material from France. The team was deep in the northern section of the swamp, which had been a source of endless frustration. Although they had focused on Lot 5, a peculiar circular foundation near the shoreline, they realized that the soil in this area matched the depths of the Money Pit. This suggested a direct connection to Oak Island's core legend. The team wondered if the fragment came from a chest, whether it had been left behind, or if someone had pried it open, emptied its contents, and left only this fragment as a cruel reminder of what was once hidden there. As the excavation progressed, more anomalies emerged. Wooden planks arranged in patterns, traces of mortar where none should have been, and a deep void beneath layers of sediment. Archaeologists Lar Nan and Emma Culligan found flint glass, a high lead content material molded in France, raising even more questions. The discovery of high-quality lead glass suggested that the island's treasure might not just be gold and silver, but also elite, high-value artifacts. Some researchers speculated that Oak Island had served as a hiding spot for military funds, loot, or even religious relics. If a member of the French elite left behind an expensive gemstone imitation, it could be part of a larger hoard. Advancements in technology gave the team an edge that previous explorers lacked. Ground-penetrating radar, sonar scanning, and detailed chemical analysis of artifacts. Each discovery brought them closer to a breakthrough. Finally, the team discovered a tunnel that had long been hidden from human eyes. Footage confirmed that the tunnels were not just a theory, but real passageways lined with expertly arranged stones. Speculations soared. Were these tunnels escape routes, secret transport channels, or elaborate booby traps? A stone slab unlike any before was uncovered, bearing faint etchings that had been worn away by time. Experts in historical cryptography found similarities between these symbols and old Masonic texts, fueling theories that Oak Island wasn't just a treasure site, it was a repository of lost knowledge. With every new clue, every possibility, the final answer to Oak Island's mystery seemed more astonishing than anyone could have predicted. The team knew they were on the verge of something incredible, and they weren't about to stop digging now.